Hey, what's up guys, Maintain here, doing another broadcast here. I'm going to be mixing it up today, and I'm going to be doing a actual cast here. It's going to be versus DuckloadRa, or White Ra. I'm sure you guys have all heard of him. He's going to be spawning down in the 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock position as the toss player, and he's going to be playing versus Lalush in the 2 o'clock position, who's going to be spawning as the red Zerg player. I hope you guys have been enjoying the Zerg tutorial series so far. I thought I would actually just mix in a video for those players who aren't Zerg players that might be able to get something out of it as well. And so I decided to mix in a kind of a PvZ here with some pro level players, and I thought it'd be fun to just kind of take a break and do a cast here. So yeah, so I'm going to be casting this. It's going to be played on Xel Naga Caverns here, which is definitely a pretty standard map, and we're going to be watching a couple pro players duke it out and see if I can kind of pick up a couple things that you guys might be able to try and incorporate into your games, and myself as well, because these guys are definitely some awesome players, and so we should see some pretty sick stuff. So Duckload White Ra throwing down the gateway here, pretty standard. I like the pylon placement here. You don't want to have the pylon up here because then it can be so susceptible to a baneling bust, so good pylon placement there, and looks like Lalush is going to be throwing down the spawning pool, 14 pool first, and notice he doesn't have any Vespene, and there we go with the Vespene, so he went kind of like a 14 or 15 pool, and then a 15 gas as well, so could see some early roaches or something like that, since they're a little bit lighter on Vespene. And notice a little harassment here from DuckloadRa getting the mineral line. When they do that, the drones aren't able to mine that mineral patch, so that's just something that can be kind of annoying for another player. So DuckloadRa just doing a little bit of kind of annoying stuff here to try and throw him off. Looks like Lalush is doing the same thing down here, and there goes the Cybernetic score in an interesting place here. Notice he's not putting it right here at his ramp, he's actually setting it back here. And Lalush is going to be kind of grabbing this Vespene to harass him a little bit back and forth. So just going a little bit back and forth right now. Looks like Lalush is going to get out 4 Zerglings, which is pretty standard. I like to get out 4. I usually throw 2 down, at 1 at each Xel Naga, and use 1 to like scout for a proxy pylon, and then I like to throw 1 right in front of his kind of front door here. So the Cybernetic score finishing up here, and looks like he's canceling and just kind of recreating this extractor here, so he can kind of prevent the mineral loss from it completing, and also continue to take over that Vespene gas. So pretty annoying if you're a Protoss player. If you're not going for a 4-gate, if you're going for like a tech build, that can actually have a pretty annoying effect. So here we go with the second gateway in the front. It looks like Lalush is actually getting up the second hatch, so he's going for a quick natural at about 20 or 21 supply. I think it's a pretty good time if you go with the 14 pool to get a hatch at around 20, 21. Alright, so and he's actually instantly produces a second queen here, and it's always good to get that second queen out and then send it down to the natural, and that way you can kind of make sure you have plenty of larvae, and also it protects a little bit against any kind of early cheese like air build. So I don't know if you really call it cheese, but so looks like Duckload's continuing to create a couple more gateways here. It's going for a 3rd gateway, and looks like he's actually going to go for some sort of a 3-gate 6-band here. He is throwing the pylon down at the base of his ramp, which almost always means he's going to get that natural. So he is saving up some minerals as well. So couple Zerglings here doing the same scouting purpose, and they're probably going to be able to spot this, and he's got his hoverlids hanging out, 1 here and 1 over on the left there. So here it goes, and looks like he is going to throw down the natural, and it actually gets cancelled. This drone may go down here, and it does, but he is going to lose all 3 of these Zerglings. So he does kind of get a scout off, and gets to pick off a drone as well. So I think pretty good use of those Zerglings there, kind of a 50-50 trade maybe. Looks like he's actually been producing some more Zerglings, and he's going to be bringing them down here for like a little bit of harassment here. I don't think he's really going to be able to do much against this army, especially with the Zealots mixed in there, but he will be able to keep Duckload on his toes as he goes. And also throwing a couple spine crawlers up, which is kind of interesting, as he did see the natural going down, and he does spot the natural has been down again. He may actually be able to cancel this forge here. Oh, and he actually, jeez, is right on the brink of canceling the forage, and so close. But looks like the forage is going to finish, and these Zerglings are probably going to be warded off here. So he's got the forge going down. He's probably going to throw a couple cannons down to kind of reinforce the front, and these Zerglings just continue to try and pick off anything they can. He's going to. It looks like Lalush is continuing to drone up here. Let's take a look at the income tab, and it is pretty even right now. He's got a couple more drones than Duckload, but he is creating like some new Vespine geysers, and also getting another spine crawler down. So pretty even on the income tab right now, and as you can see though, he is ahead in the minerals, as he does have the 2 bases fully saturated. So looks like Duckload's going to saturate this natural here, and it's going to pretty much even out. So looks like Lalush is continuing to pump drones though, which is pretty smart. He knows that this Protoss Fast Expand build is going to have some time to ramp up, and so when it's ramping up, it's a great time to pump up your economy. And he's actually going to get down a spire here, and it's in a good location, and it's not right in the back of the base, which could be like susceptible to a any kind of like a drop play or something like that. So looking at the production tab here, he is just continuing to pump more and more drones, and he's probably going to end up throwing down a 3rd here shortly, I would assume. Got a ton of spine crawlers going down, which is interesting, and still continuing to produce some Zerglings. And he's going to break down these rocks here and probably throw down a 3rd over in this low ground here. It looks like he's actually gonna. Duckload's actually gonna push out here, and this actually could be tough to deal with. He does have 4 spine crawlers going down right now, though, so these might be able to hold it off. That is a lot of spine crawlers. I'm not sure why he's going spine crawlers instead of just getting a roach warren down. You notice he has no roach warren. He just has the spire and the spine crawlers. So here we go. It looks like White is a little confused by all this spine crawler wall, and a little kind of weary if he wants to go and attack this. But here he goes. This is kind of weak over here. There's only 3, so but he decides to pull back as well. So looks like Lalush may be able to defend this here with this kind of static defense and spine crawlers. This isn't a build that I normally go, but it looks like it has kind of repelled this attack for now. So. And now he's going to be getting out some Mutalisks, and he does run a couple of Zerglings in here, so producing some Mutalisks, and definitely going to look to do some harassment. Notice there's no pylon up in the back here, so it actually could be pretty deadly, but Duckload, being the pro player he is, already has a few stalkers up there in anticipation of some harassment. So you notice he did not see any roaches, and so he's gonna think he's probably going to be going for Ling Muta instead of Roach Hydra. So he's actually going to get a Twilight Council down here, probably going to get Blink, and he's got a Robo facility as well.